All right, welcome back to the Complete Web Dev series. In this chapter, we are talking about object-oriented programming. We're doing kind of a little crash course on it. And so in this video, we are going to continue on. And actually, I forgot what we're talking about in this video. Sorry. Let me look at my... Oh, yeah. We were talking about instantiation. So that wasn't very smooth at all. I should restart the video, but I'm not going to. Because I'm keeping it real here, letting you guys know I make mistakes, probably more than you ever will. All right, so one thing, if you are enjoying this series, please comment, like, subscribe, let me know. Share this with other people who may need it. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my screen right now and make sure your examp is up and running. I'm not going to show you that. I've shown you that in a lot of videos, so I think we can skip it this time. I do want to plug myself, though. If you go to freeskills.life here, I finally got enough subscribers on YouTube to create a Teespring account, and I do have some merch here with my logo on it. So if you can spare some change, I mean, you got to buy a shirt anyway sometime. You got to buy a hoodie. You might want to buy a hat. Those types of things. Or if you have a baby, you got to get onesies anyway. So you might as well, you might as well just go ahead and support the channel when you're buying one of these t-shirts or hoodies. So the other thing that this allows you to do too, as I think Free Skills is a pretty thought-provoking or question-provoking thing where people are like, what's free skills? Well, you can explain to them that free skills is a concept of life where you learn skills yourself to make your life better, and then you freely share those skills with others around you to bring them up as well. Because I believe there's plenty to go around, and that's why I give back and teach you guys how to program, because it has made my life better. And I know that if you can learn to code and get a job, it will possibly make your life better as well. And at least that's my hopes. But if you want to support that movement, if you want to support sharing things for free with people, then you can share it, obviously. But if you do want to, if you're asking yourself, man, I wish I had some merch, then here you go. No sweat off my back if you don't want to buy this stuff, guys. It's just stuff, and I only get $1 or $2 out of each thing here, so it doesn't help me all that much. But I think it's cool, and it'd be really cool to see a bunch of us wearing this. I've ordered some of this, so hopefully soon you'll start seeing in my videos. I will be wearing some of this so you can see what it looks like on people. Hopefully it'll be nice. All right, so enough with that. Let's get on with it. And let's talk about instantiation. So in our last video, we created this index.php, and we created this blueprints class. And this process by which we built objects from that class, the fancy word for that, building that, is called instantiation. Okay, so all you have to do is type the new keyword and then the name of the class that you want to instantiate. In this case, we are instantiating a class called blueprints, and we're storing that in a variable called house, and that instantiated class becomes an object. So it's an instantiated object. It is a built object from these blueprints, and now we have that in memory that we can use throughout our application. Now, the thing is there's a couple things we didn't talk about, and there are two. You can instantiate. Let's create a simpler class up here, and I'm just going to create a class, and I'm just going to call this class person. Okay, now I know that persons are not simpler than buildings, but we're just going to make a very, very simple one here, and I'm just going to give this a property, and we'll just call this eyes, okay, or eye color. Okay, and what we're going to do by default is we're just going to set this eye color to brown. Okay, now I set this eye color to brown, and if I want to instantiate this into a object, I could say, let's say, I don't know, let's create a variable called Ben, and we're going to say new person. Ben is a person. And then what we're going to do is we're going to instantiate another object called Curtis. Curtis is also a person. Okay, now what we can do is I can actually echo Ben, and then we can say eye color. Now this is a property, and this little arrow, this is called a skinny arrow, and you just do a dash with a greater than sign, no spaces or anything, and then this right here is the property name. Now you don't need the question mark here when you're when you're referencing that property. Just when you're setting it up here, you do. Okay, so then what we can do is I can echo a new line here if I can figure out how to do that. I think that should work. And then we can echo Curtis eye color like this. And if I hit save and go back and refresh my page now, well, crap, this did not work. Why can't I get this to work? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to look that up in front of you. Google echo new line. Just \n, I guess. -E. I don't care about it being in terminal. Let's just try the \n. What the heck? That's not gonna work. Why doesn't this work for me? This works like on Mac all the time. I know why this doesn't work. I'm stupid. It's because this is HTML and it doesn't care about new lines. So it is actually working. Wow, I'm dumb. What I could do is do an NL2BR function around this. And I think this should work. And that does work. I don't know if that's not even faster than typing. You know what? Let's create a function for this because I don't want to mess with this too much. Let's just say NL. We'll say function NL, and this is going to echo NL2BR, which takes the new line and creates a break tag. So you know how we've been echoing break tags out, like down there? That's what this will do. So right here, what we'll do is we'll just run the NL function just to give us a new line, and then below this, I'm also going to run the NL function. We'll save that, go back here and refresh, and now we have brown and brown because both of these people were they were created from the same blueprint, this class called person. So both of these objects were instantiated or built from this class. Now, we just printed out their eye color, but what if we were to change this? So because this is a public property, I can actually say Curtis eye color is equal to blue. And if I set it, oops, this needs to be strings blue. Now, if I set that before I echo this and go back and echo it, now it's going to say brown, blue. Now this 37,500 is left over from earlier. Okay, so that is instantiating, and these are what's called properties. And as long as we have access, and you'll learn a little bit more about visibility and permissions and stuff later, but we can actually set these properties to different values. So I instantiated this person, this Curtis person, and Curtis had an eye color of brown because this property was set to brown by default, but I updated it here, and then when I echoed that out, Curtis then had an eye color of blue. So what's the deal down here then with this parenthesis and we have stuff in the middle? Well, this is instantiation as well, but this allows us to pass variables or pass parameters into the instantiation. So what we do there is we type public function, and this is a magic method given to us by PHP. It's underscore underscore. There's two underscores here, and then you just type the word construct. And then you do open and closing paren, and then you put your parameters in here. And you could do whatever you want with these, but oftentimes what happens is when you're setting up these new objects, you're giving them, the properties are all different. See, we created this color was tan and this color was brown. You know, this length was 30 and this length was 150, and they had different addresses. So a lot of them may have had the same properties if you created them up here, but if you set them in the constructor like this with using the construct magic method here, then when you actually do the construct and you pass in these things, these two objects now because I set those properties within this construct function, using these, I now have different properties within those objects. But the objects both still have the square foot method, and we'll talk about a method next, but they have the square foot method that we can use, which we echoed out down here on this line 41. So that is instantiation. Instantiation, all it means is taking our class and creating an object with the keyword of new. Okay, and if we want to pass parameters into that when we build it, then we can use this construct method, and this happens when you type new and then this, it automatically runs this function. Okay, so this basically happens as soon as this object's created, it runs this function, and then what we were doing in this case was setting those properties to whatever parameters we passed in here. So I hope that makes sense. That is instantiation, and I will see you guys in the next video. Get yourself a hat. Get yourself a hat. Take some pictures of you guys with some of this merch on and post it in my comments. That'd be awesome. All right, talk to you guys later.